Hello, everyone. It is Pat coming on with our monthly October. Well, this is the video for the October Archangels and Energies for October 2020. I'm having trouble speaking today. It's October of 2023. Today is the 4th of October. So I'm actually getting to it early this month. So just looking ahead into this month and some of the things that are going on. I always look at things astrologically, and we just had like a super full moon at the very end of September. And as I understand, it's in the sign of Aries, so it was very intense. Aries is a very fiery sign. But now, as we go into October and we go through the whole, new moon and then full moon at the end of the month again, we are also, as I understand, entering eclipse season, and that tends to amp things up. And while I won't get into too much detailed astrology from astrologers that I've listened to, sometimes there can be, with the planetary setup this month, very sudden changes. And actually, one of them just took place last night when we found out that here in the United States, the Speaker of the House got voted out. Very sudden change that came along. So anyways, just be aware that this month, could be intense and there could be sudden changes. And sometimes some of those sudden changes aren't necessarily unexpected. It might be something that a change you've been mulling over for a long time, and it finally just, either you or the universe kind of bringing it about finally. But so anyways, and there's a lot of, with intensity, there's a lot of emotion, that happens. So anyways, let's see, as I always do, the archangels that are working with us this month and who we can call upon for help and assistance. Okay. So, okay. We've got 3 here that came out for this month, and we'll see what their messages are. Okay. So the first one that came out was Sandalphon with this message of victory, which I always love getting this card. It's wonderful. It's success, something that you've been working at or hoping for, or some project that you've been on. Success, victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Okay. So something that you've been asking for is coming about. There's a lot of good manifestation energy around right now. It's also that time when, we consider the veil between the physical and the spiritual world to be very thin. So our intuitive abilities are amped up. And so if you're acting on something from like a strong feeling about it, victory is with you. So that's always a good thing. Sandalphon is a very gentle archangel. So he has this beautiful aqua blue energy to him. So when you call him in, it can bring in a real feeling of peace and comfort. The other archangel we got for this month overseeing us is the Archangel Raguel. And with this message of notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. There are times in this world when things are going on personally and in the world at large, where our intuition is telling us, is showing us, it's our guidance system that's showing us the right way. I mean, there's definitely other times when we just have to look at something very practically and not overthink it. But given that our intuitive abilities are really amped up, even if you don't consider yourself to be that intuitive, your spidey sense is really heightened usually in the month of October. So, you might get a strong feeling about something that you want to act upon, or it's telling you to pay attention. When feelings are intensified or when energies are intensified, it can kick up and stir up a lot of underlying feelings that we either, forgot about, or that we didn't realize that were there. We might have thought we got past something and it got kicked up. Old feelings got kicked up again. We just have to pay attention to them. We have to spend the time sometimes to sit with them, do a bit of an inventory with it. What is it about this that's still bothering me? And just acknowledging your feelings, confronting them, embracing them, making friends with them. And a lot of that can help them to move on, and it can help you in some capacity to make maybe a decision that you need to make. But it's Archangel Raguel is actually, his name means friend of God, and he helps us to resolve conflicts, both inner and outer, with other people in our environment. So, it's a time where we might be doing like a little inventory of our relationships and looking at, maybe relationships we need to move on from, or ones that need some conversation or what have you. But it's urging you to pay attention to your feelings in certain relationships and life situations. And it can be a relationship with person, can be a relationship with your employer, your career, things like that. And finally, we have Michael, who came to us this month with this message of remember who you are. And the message has a lot to do with taking your power back. He's like, you are powerful. You're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. There's a lot of different ways that we give our power away to something. We give it away when we blame, or when we always assume that everybody else does stuff better than us, et cetera, et cetera. So he's reminding us that we are powerful in our thoughts, words, and feelings. When you combine that dynamic duo, your thoughts and your feelings, it manifests very powerfully for you. And but he's just reminding you of who you are as a soul and as a child of God. And God doesn't make junk. So remember who you are that way. If you're here, you're in this world at this time, there's something that you're contributing, whether or not you're conscious of it or not. And Michael is an archangel, helps to shore up our courage, our strength. His energy is very protective, and he can be called upon in many situations, and help to bring in a sense of calmness. Or if there's a situation where there's any conflict going on, he can help to, neutralize some of that intense energy, is what I would call it. I work with Michael every day as I go, walking into work, or as I go into different situations. I call upon him to be with me, to help shore up my strength, my mental acuity sometimes. Archangel Michael's great to work with if you've ever been feeling like, dead tired, you have a bunch of stuff to get done. Actually, Raguel is good for that too. If you feel like you have a lot of things that need organizing, and, things need to kind of flow in the best way possible. Angels are great for calling on for those types of things as well. So if you're feeling like intense, overwhelmed because you got to organize something and you're not sure how to bring all the pieces together, work with Raguel as also. All of these angels, they will help and assist you. But there's definitely some intense energies that may be going on this month. So let's see. I'm going to pick a couple more cards from our fairies here. And I'm also hosting another Circle of Angels this month. Circle of Angels is it's a meditation that I do. I've done it for many years. And where we call in the archangels like Michael and Raphael, we have them clear out our energy and bring in healing energies. And it's just a way to help to feel really grounded and peaceful. And sometimes it's easier to do that if you listen to someone take you through a guided meditation. And so anyways, some of the other things we do at the Circle of Angels is we'll sometimes, if the group is small, I use my Reiki skills and I bring in some healing for individuals who are on the call or in the group. And we pull some cards, some cards for people individually. So if you're interested in joining us, it's going to be on October 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like to join, just send an email to angeldivination.com and I will send out the details of the call to you. It would right now we're doing it over Zoom, but I'm exploring some new platforms like this StreamYard that I'm using today. And but yeah, just let us know, and I will send the link to you to come on and join us. And there's no fee for it. We're just doing it to get, because it's anything right now that we can do. This is just a really intense time for humanity as a whole. We're going through a lot of changes and transitions, consciousness changing. So the more we can do to feel at peace and spread that, the more we can feel at peace, the more we help, bring that into the world. So that's my mission with doing it. Is I've always loved going to meditation for things like that. So, all right. So I'm just kind of shuffling through our fairy cards here, and the inner child popped out. And this is just, that deep inner part of you may need some loving and nurturing. So this angel is carrying, sorry, you have to get it to the right orientation. She's carrying like a teddy bear, if you can see that. So it's just, there's a part of you, a very deep inner part of you sometimes, that little kid in you. Because sometimes the things that trigger our intense emotions in the world are things that really, it can often be related to something that happened to us as children. So it's urging you to kind of, go back and take a bit of a look at that and be willing to be with it for a minute. Honor that little kid within you and give to that child what you as an adult would give to your own child. So it's a bit of nurturing that, okay? Giving some love and attention to that. Let's see, fairies. What else do we have going on? Anything else that you want to give us? And I called upon the fairies because they're very uplifting. And it's a beautiful time. I know here in New England, it's a beautiful time to go out and enjoy nature. The temperature is starting to go down, but yeah, we also have these beautiful days. It's kind of chilly in the morning. You're walking out in the morning with a coat, but by the time you get home in the afternoon, you wish you were in a t-shirt because it's very warm. So let's see. Fairies, is there any other messages? Okay. Well, a reminder from them to ask your angels, okay? Request that your guardian angels help you and trust the messages you receive from them. Angels often work through your intellect. They may just call your attention to something and you might feel guided to go in a particular direction, or if you're struggling with something, an idea will come in. Okay. This other card popped out. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So, let's see. So it just suggests there's an element of timing here, I think. And she's blowing a little bit of light and magic out of this card. I think it's more that things will completely blossom, even though I mentioned earlier that we might have some sudden changes either in our personal world or in the world at large. Things will come more fully into what we're, I want to say it'll stabilize more, as the summer and things come into bloom. Now, we're in the Northern Hemisphere right now, so we're going into our winter, but there's a lot of people that are, Australia, places like that in the Southern Hemisphere that are going into their summer. So it has to do in the time when things blossom and come into their full expression, spring into the summer kind of thing. And the warmer weathers. But anyways, those are some of our messages here. And for some of you out there, it has to do with making a plan for next summer. There's a larger, you're looking at, it feels like you're looking ahead, planning stuff for down the road, and you're looking at next summer, for, that would be the best time, to, do something. Either that would be the best time to move or go back to school, or, something along those lines. So yeah, that's what that has to do with. You're looking to next summer. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you'll join us on this month's Circle of Angels on October 15th. I look forward to speaking with you again soon, getting back on some more this month. And between now and then, have a great day. Take care.